All right, we are going to go ahead and get started. And we didn't have any attendees today. That doesn't bother me at all. I know you guys are so busy. Several of you have already told me this was homecoming week for you, so I knew attendance probably would be low today. But I do want to share some information with you, and I think it's important. But before I jump into that, I want to introduce you to Mia Escarino. She is our graduate assistant in the Burton College of Education, and we are really excited to have her on board. So Mia, if you could just take a minute and tell how you plan to interact with some of our teacher leaders coming up in the future.
Absolutely. I'm very excited to be seeing you and your students at our upcoming Explore Tour and visiting some of your schools this semester and next. I really enjoyed working with you guys when I was still working on my undergraduate degree. And now that I'm here as the GA, I get to just take it up a notch. So I'm really excited.
Yes. Well, we're both really excited about all the great things that are coming up for EdRising. So Mia actually has an SGA meeting. Oh, somebody's coming in. Mia actually has an SGA meeting, and she's going to go run off to that. She's doing a million things like we all are, but I just wanted to take this time to introduce her to all of you. So thank you, Mia. We appreciate it. And I'm not sure who's here, but whoever it is, it just says iPhone on my end. I am welcoming you to our meeting. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good, good. I was just go ahead and I'm recording. We didn't have any attendees today, which is okay. I know y'all are so busy. So I'm just recording the meeting, and I'm going to send it out to everybody. So I know y'all are super busy. I know you are. Um, so we do have some more information coming, and I just wanted to make sure that I got this to y'all as quickly as possible. These are the things that we're going to cover. So if you're getting the recorded version of this, you can just go ahead and go straight to the slide that you would like, or you can kind of flip through. So we're going to go over just some basics of the Explore Tour. We're going to go over an opportunity for professional development. So a pull-out day that your districts are interested in and they've approved for you. We're going to talk a little bit about Unlock Education, a little bit about the competitions to provide a little bit more support for that, state curriculum update, and talk a little bit about school visits and scheduling speakers. So our first item is the Explore Tour. This is a fancy flyer. I wish I would have had this one when I sent it out to y'all, but it wasn't ready yet. I just didn't want to wait too long. But this is the fancy flyer for it. All of the information is the same. Mine just wasn't as pretty. But please register by October 20th. We want to make sure that we have everything prepared for you and your students. The actual event will take place Monday, November 6th. Check-in will be from 8 to 8:20 in the Burton Conference Center. So those of you who attended last year, it's the same facility that we had last year. Dismissal will be at 1:45. That will allow your bus drivers to get back. And for those of you who have sports or things that you have to do, hopefully that will allow enough time for you to get back to your schools. By October 25th, you're going to receive your parking information that will include a map and also a parking pass that you will either give to your bus driver, or you can duplicate it. If you're coming in private vehicles, you can duplicate it and y'all can have them in your vehicles. The experience is going to be, it's tweaked a little bit from last time. There was great feedback. The only thing you guys said is we need a little bit more transition time. So your students are still going to get that personalized experience, sitting in on classes, the panel discussion, campus tour, t-shirt, swag bag, and lunch. So we think it's going to be a really great day. For the professional development collaboration, that is December 1st from 9 to 3. Lunch will be provided for you, and it will be an intimate time of just us, the teacher leaders in our region. We are going to get together. Some of the topics that you told me you wanted to discuss more of were organizing clinical experiences. Let me go ahead and push through here. Organizing the clinical experiences, micro-credential resources, and we're actually going to do a mock scoring with the micro-credentials. So that will hopefully prevent maybe some of those first attempts that are close but not quite for the micro-credentialing. And then planning for the upcoming conferences in the spring. So we're going to try to streamline some of our processes for state conference, regional conferences, etc. So these are 3 topics we definitely will discuss, but within the next 2 weeks, you're going to receive a link to register and provide more feedback about other topics that you would like to cover in that. So please mark your calendars, December 1st, 9 to 3. It's us. It's just our teacher leader family, and we're going to get to talk about all things EdRising, exchange good ideas, troubleshoot, talk about challenges, and get a nice lunch, a nice time together. Unlock Education has been changed from January 26th to January 19th. We just found out, this is actually good news. McNeese is going to begin a very large construction endeavor. So all of our hurricane patches that we've kind of put all over campus, I know I'm talking to people who are living in the same world I'm living in, but those construction projects are starting. They're actually starting as we speak. And because of that, some of the facilities that we were going to use are not going to be available because they will be under construction. So we still will be in Tritico, and we still will be using the large glass Burton building. So it's the place, not last year. We were in the nursing building last year. It's the one before that. It's in the fine arts building, and it's the large theater. So we're going to be back in that nicer space, and we're going to be using those classrooms in that area. But we did have to change the date. Basically, everywhere else on campus is going to be under construction at that point. Dr. Williams is going to be sending out information very soon for that. One of the things that she's sending out is, and I linked it right here, that's why this is hot linked, is a call for proposals. This is what it looks like. I really, really would love for you or your students to submit a proposal. Y'all are doing amazing things in your schools, like really amazing things. And I think that the competitions are wonderful. I want our students to continue being involved in the competitions, but this is another way for our students to get involved by actually presenting a session. It might actually be a little bit better for some of our students who aren't as excited about the competitions. This is kind of a way for them to get involved in the conference in maybe a way that's a little bit more comfortable for them. Y'all are doing great things in your schools and in your communities. I know that some of you have participated in like the literacy buses, the literacy activities in the district. I would love a session, like on that. Some of you have had an opportunity to go to conferences and national conferences. So speaking about that would be great. Any of the little things that you do in your curriculum are also fantastic. So we can talk about that more, but this is the call for proposals. It's due December 1st. That's the same date as our professional development day, just to kind of anchor that date for you. And then the competition entry, it'll be the same as last year. It's linked right here. That due date will be January 9th. All of this will be coming out on a flyer to you within the next week or so, maybe 2 weeks, but I just wanted to give you guys the dates ahead. So the registration for the competitions is the same. I have actually linked the updated prompts for you here. So if you haven't seen yet, Educators Rising has actually updated their prompts for all their competitions now, and I linked them here. So this is the same, tells your students how to participate in the competitions and register for them. One other thing that I linked for you here, actually it's in the next slide, is a learning log. You might want to do this with your students. If your students just want to, maybe you want to spend a couple of class days letting them browse through the competitions. This is it's almost kind of like a web quest. My friend Kim Eckert does this with her students, and she actually takes this up as an assessment for them. Like they have to fill out this chart that tells about each one of the competitions. And it's a way for them, it's kind of almost like a flipped classroom web quest scenario. They actually will visit each one of these hyperlink, which I went in and I changed all of them. They're current for you now. They actually will visit each one of these and they read about each one, and they have to actually fill out this chart to tell what each competition is about. And basically at the end of the week, they make their decision about which one they want to plan for. And she said that she builds in class time in the second quarter. So that would be your quarter that's maybe just started or coming up, every Friday, or she does it on Fridays. You could do it whenever you want to. That's their day that they work on their competition entry. And so after they do this little web quest activity, one day per week, they're working on their competition. So that's kind of something that you could think about, maybe encouraging some preparation for your students if you want them to get involved in the competitions. And then the state curriculum update, as I mentioned previously, next year we were slated to have a state curriculum. As we talked about, though, in our very first meeting, we know that those dates have to be fluid. The process, they already did secure the vendor, so that contract is already started. But what the state has done now is they have to open it up for what's called an appeal period. And basically that means anyone who tried to get the curriculum, so they submitted a proposal, they have to have an opportunity to question, why they were not given the proposal. So I don't know exactly how long that window has to stay open, but it's open. What this means to me is that it's probably not going to be ready for next school year. So once again, I want to admonish you, please print and download all of the resources that you're currently using in the EdRising curriculum. You may be called on later in this school year to contribute to sample resources, to try lesson plans, etc. Maybe even to write some of the curriculum. Many of you are experienced in doing this. So that's coming up. But once again, I just want to admonish you, print, download those resources. Mia Escarino, who you just met at the very beginning of this recording, she and I are looking forward to meeting your students. I've been able to talk with a lot of you one-on-one. I have had some medical challenges myself, and my mom has also had a lot of medical challenges recently. We are both doing better, and I am ready to get back into schools. I actually am getting back into school. So we are looking forward to meeting with you. If you would like this resource, I also linked it here. Mr. Justin Overacre is a teacher leader. He teaches at Wassman High School in Monroe. And this is his resource that he uses to schedule. I took out his name and stuff like that, identifiers, but he breaks it down. This is his year 1 class, and he breaks it down by week. And he actually sends this link out to different district personnel. He sends it out to college professors. He sends it out to other people working in the district that he thinks would make good guest speakers. And he has a place where they can actually just sign up right here, and it's ready to go. So I wanted to put this. Also, I really like the way that he organizes his units. So I thought that might be of interest for some of you as well. You might appreciate seeing how another teacher is organizing their units, how they're studying their units. So that is actually our informational meeting part of it. And at this point, I was going to open it up for any questions, comments, challenges, anything like that. So that was pretty much it. Since it's just one of us on here, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. And I look forward to seeing you guys.